from an enterprise or IT perspective, what makes Ignition easier to deploy, maintain, integrate than traditional systems? I know, Frank, you kind of alluded to this a little bit earlier. So I'm gonna just for this one start with you in terms of your take on the IT enterprise efficiency.
Yeah, sure. I mean, Ignition, it's purpose built to function as an enterprise grade IT platform and adhering to all the established IT principles that happens to talk with the OT, right? Its architecture naturally supports all the well-known IT paradigms. You don't need any special skills or controls engineers to do anything. It is, it just works. So you've got your staff coming out of school that CS, they can go through and start understanding and working in Ignition, not maybe needing to know what the floor looks like, and you let those experts go ahead and worry about it. The other powerful thing is it's open. It's non-proprietary. Customers are not locked into a closed system, right? There is no black box. It's meant to integrate seamlessly with a wide range of third-party systems, right? So databases, MES, ERP, anything that talks REST, using the OPC UA, MQTT. It's just meant to be open about how to get data in and how to get data out. And again, the Ignition unlimited licensing model is usually what brings people in. I'm so glad you guys have kept going with it, because I mean, it just allows anybody to start playing with it. Unlimited tags. There's no limits on clients or screens or whatnot. The only limitation that I've ever seen with Ignition basically comes down to hardware, right? The capacity and what you want to invest on the hardware side before you do the right thing and sort of expand it out into a proper gateway functionality. I know GoPNF's got a lot more to go on that.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, GoPNF, I know you have a unique take on how you guys are doing your architecture and how you do integration. So over to you.
Thanks, Travis, and I reflect Frank's thoughts as well. So Ignition helps here in two big ways, the way I look at it. Ideally, first is the licensing and platform model, like Frank mentioned. Ignition is server-based with unlimited tags, clients, and connections per server. There is no per tag or per client tax as opposed to the other platforms in the market. So that means when a plant says, let's connect 10 more machines, or let's give maintenance and energy teams their own dashboards, there isn't a licensing debate every time. So that's why I like to say, with Ignition, you can dream the architecture you actually need, and then again, do it without being throttled by licenses. The second major is the architecture and connectivity. Frank has already covered that extensively. So Ignition connects to almost everything, and it naturally fits into layered and secure topologies as well. So be it edge gateways, DMZ site gateways, central or cloud gateways, with proper role-based security and auditing that IT teams recognize. And ideally, it plays well with the rest of the enterprise as well. We use MQTT, which publishes clean contextual operation data into the cloud. And we use REST or HTTP or any other connectors. It can integrate with systems like ERP, LIMS, or any other line of business systems. So production and quality data actually flow into the business workflows instead of living in the SCADA silos. So from an enterprise point of view again, right? So Ignition is close enough to the machine to be real-time, open enough to feed into everything else. The most important part these days, as far as the cybersecurity compliance, Ignition security roles, the authentication and network zoning align well within IT best practices. And it plays nicely into the IT infra team as well. And again, like Frank mentioned, it's not a black box on a corner which they have to maintain. It kind of becomes the operations data backbone. Travis, I mean, that's how we are seeing IT and enterprise teams embrace Ignition.
No, that's perfect. I love that. You know, at the end of the day, it's what you really take away. What I think was really important there is you know, we're not dictating our architecture by the product. We're fitting the product into the right architecture the customer wants, and the way they want to do things and how they want to connect these systems together. And that ultimately is most important, right? So that we could do it the way that makes sense for them, that they can manage and secure it, and ultimately get the most value out of that. All right, so that brings us, you know, we've kind of gone through a lot of different areas of efficiency, right? From the plant floor through data, through scaling, engineering time, IT and efficiency, standardization. There's a lot of areas that we've explored, but let's look at you know, wrapping this up with one final takeaway, and that is, if a manufacturer's top 2026 goal is efficiency, why should they consider Ignition? Now, we talked a lot about different things here, but what's your main thing for why they should consider Ignition? Gopinath, I'll start with you. What's your final takeaway here?
Absolutely. Manufacturers whose 2026 goal is efficiency should pick up Ignition because it lets them treat efficiency like a system and not a one-time project. It's kind of one platform for SCADA. You can do MES, you can do IIoT. So instead of juggling 3 products and a lot of duct tapes, you get a single modern stack that can actually keep up with how fast the business wants to change. Firstly, it's kind of the licensing, which we covered, unlimited everything. So it means you don't have to argue about whether one more time, one more screen, one more KPI is worth a license. So you connect what you need, give access to people who can improve things, and worry about improvement, not in terms of meters on a license portal. Secondly, on the data side, Ignition is designed to sit at the center of unified namespace, as Frank also mentioned, pulling in real-time data from PLCs and assets, structuring it, and then sharing it out to dashboards, historians, and ERPs and other third-party systems as well. So that means everyone from the operator to the plant manager to the data scientist is finally arguing about the same numbers, but not their favorite spreadsheet. And lastly, so Ignition is something both IT and OT can live with. IT gets a secure, open, well-documented platform they can own. OT gets rapid development and straightforward integration into the real plant world. For a manufacturer chasing efficiency in 2026, that mix, the one platform, real unified data, repeatable rollouts, and genuine peace between the IT and OT is what really moves the needle. From our side at Base Automation, the pattern is clear. So when Ignition sits at the center, you move away from one-off projects and build a system that you can keep reusing across lines and plants. And that's why for anyone who wants 2026 efficiency goals to translate into hard numbers, Ignition isn't just a nice tool, it becomes the backbone of how you run operations. Travis, I'll hand it back to you with that comment.
That's perfect. Frank, how about your final takeaway?
Yeah, look, if you're focused on efficiency this coming year, Ignition, it hits the mark, right? It brings all your data together in a unified and normalized manner. Get your OT and IT teams on that same page, and it makes it easy to replicate what works across your one line to the rest of your site. It gives you insights quicker, rolls out faster, and scales easier. And it does all this without boxing you into some inflexible or proprietary system. And for us, most importantly, Ignition doesn't ask you to compromise your operations need. It's built to support what your operations need today, as well as what your operations are going to want tomorrow. I got no words. Ignition is just a fantastic platform that you can use across both your IT and your OT projects.
Well, thank you both for all of those amazing insights and the takeaway there, and for joining our discussions here today. We really appreciate it.